Hey guys and girls, my name is Carmen Jones and I'm the community activator for the Chippewas of Nawash. And I'm going to be doing another video with you guys today, and today we're going to be focusing on putting, okay? I just want to again take this opportunity to thank the Indigenous Sport and Wellness Ontario. Thank you so much. Because of these guys, I'm able to bring these videos to you, and I'm just partnering with them. And thank you guys so much for partnering with me. So we're going to be talking about putting. So with putting, as you can see here, we're on the green, and we're actually on the first hole at Northern Dunes Golf Club in Hepworth, Ontario, okay? And this is the scoring area. This is where we're going to be making lower numbers. When we get on the putting area, what we're really trying to aim to do is to use fewer putts, fewer shots, okay? We want to probably try and have a maximum of 2 putts when we're on the green, okay? 1 if we can, but we're trying to go 2 or lower if we can, okay? And so that's what we're trying to do with putting. So sometimes if we have no clue what putting is, if we have no clue why we putt or whatever, then we're just going to do this. We're just going to come up to a ball. We're going to set up to it. We're going to try and aim at the hole if we can. And then we're just going to hit it as hard as we can. And you see I hit that there. I hit the putt, but look at, I hit it right on line, but I hit it hard and it's probably 20 feet away, okay? So what we want to do is we want to, when we're putting, we want to have a game plan. We want to have the right line. We want to hit the ball at the right speed. And we want to make sure that we have a smooth stroke, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So grab a putter and let's do it. So putting. So where can we putt? Why do we putt? So we want to putt because this is the most accurate club in our bag, okay? So whenever we have this club in our bag, we should have confidence and we should know that we should, be getting it very close to the hole, very close in proximity to the hole, okay? And very rarely are you ever going to chunk this club. Very rarely are you ever going to mishit it. And yeah, so you want to have this club in your hands at all times or whenever you can. It's the most accurate club in your bag, okay? So where can we putt from? So I have 2 situations here, okay? You can putt from anywhere. I was playing in a round this one time, and this one guy, he was 50 yards away from the hole, and he was consistently putting the ball 4 feet away from the hole all the time. Like he was doing it all the time, 3 feet. He did great. So you can putt from anywhere. So we're here at the rough, and what I'm trying to do is that this ball is sitting up on the rough, okay? It's going to be very hard if the ball is sitting down on the rough, but if it's sitting up, I can putt it. So I'm just going to take a putt here and try and roll it to the green. Okay, so it's rolling, didn't miss hit it. That was a good putt. I'll take that. I'm on the green, okay? I'm on the fringe here, all right? And I can do the same thing. I can try and roll it closer. Might have to hit it a little bit harder. And again, rolling on line and right on line, and that was a good option, okay? So try and use your putter more often than not. You don't have to use it while you're on the green, but the best club when you're on the green. And you don't have to use it on the fringe, but really good option when you're on the fringe. And if the ball is sitting up in the rough, you can use it in the rough too, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to make a stroke, and I'm gonna show you some drills at the end of this video. Okay, so putting. So I'm gonna show you how to hang on to the golf club. I'm gonna show you how to stand over the ball, and I'm gonna show you ball position on this part of the video, okay? So as you've probably noticed, you can see my grip here, that this is a more conventional grip, okay? I don't usually putt like this. I normally putt like this, and it's gonna look like it's backwards, and this is called left hand low, okay? Or the cross-handed grip, okay? So the purpose of this kind of grip is sometimes some golfers, they get really handsy like this. We don't ever want to be like that, okay? You see back in the day that people were kind of putting like this. We don't ever want to do that, okay? So I find with the left hand low grip that this kind of quiets my hands, because we don't want very much wrist movement. We want to do a pendulum swing just kind of like this, and we want to use our shoulders to do it, okay? We don't want to use our hands, okay? So left hand low grip, that's what that is, okay? And then basically how I do that is I almost have my hands interlocking, but they're kind of touching each other, just like that. And I have my hands working together, okay? I have them working together, and that's key, okay? So how I do that is I put my thumb down the middle, and there's a bit of a ridge on this grip, and I put my other thumb down there, and then I make my stroke like that, okay? So you can try that, whatever feels comfortable for you. And this is the more conventional grip, okay? So I have it kind of like how you hang on to your golf clubs, but except for you're not crossing your fingers like this. I kind of have my hand, my pinky over my index like that. You can even have your lead hand, and you can even put your index finger over top. You can even put two over, however you're comfortable with. But the most important thing is that you have both of your hands working together and working together consistently, okay? So that's the grip. We want to have this grip in the palm of our hand, okay? With, with the full swing, we have the grip in our fingers like that, okay? For the putter, we want to have it in our palms, okay? And the reason why we want to have it in our palms is because we're not going to be flicking our wrists as much, okay? We want to have a nice, steady pendulum swing, okay? So that's the grip, all right? So that's the grip right there. And now I'm going to show you the stance, and I'm going to show you ball position, okay? So our stance, what we want to do with our stance is we want to be very parallel to our target, okay? So if I'm putting in this direction, I want to make sure that my feet, my knees, my hips, and my shoulders are all in a straight line towards the target, okay? Now this is going to be really important when we start doing stuff for the full swing. So you're going to see why and how that is important. So we might as well start working on it now, okay? So that's the stance. We want to have our feet over here and in a straight line. We want our knees, hips, and so that's the stance, okay? We don't want to have our shoulders pointed this way or that way, and we don't want to have our hips pointed this way either, our shoulders pointed that way, and then our feet like this. Like, there's so many different things, and so we want to be really straight when we're on the golf course, okay? So that's the stance. We want to be about shoulder width apart as well, our feet shoulder width apart, and we want to try and have this ball a little bit forward if we can. We want to try and avoid having the ball in the back of our stance, because if you can see, I would punch down on the ball, and then this ball is actually going to have backspin on it. You can actually create backspin with your putter. You don't ever want to do that, because you'll see it trailing off to the right or trailing off to the left, okay? And what I want to do is that our putter has about 4 degrees of loft, and it has a launch angle of like 0.75 degrees or 1.25 if you're very technical, okay? So I'm going to set up shoulder width apart, everything is in line, and I'm going to follow through, okay? So you see there I followed through and I held my finish, okay? What we want to avoid is we don't want to use our wrists, we want to use our shoulders, okay? And we really want to avoid bringing our club back like that. That's called recoil, and that means that our club isn't on line, okay? That means that our club face is not square, okay? When we make impact with the golf ball, we want it to be straight. We don't want it to be closed. We don't want it to be open, okay? We want to make contact with the golf ball straight on like that, okay? So that will ensure that the ball is rolling end over end and it's rolling on the line that we want it to. So hopefully those putting tips were very useful for you today. And yeah, just to summarize, we want to have a game plan. We don't want to just aim at the hole and fire away. That what we want to do is we want to hit a putt that is within a 3-foot radius of that circle or in the hole. And so we want to make sure that we're watching our speed. We want to make sure that we're making a pendulum type motion. And we want to make sure that we are making a good stroke. And also the grip. We talked about the grip. You can have a conventional grip, which is just a regular one, or you can have a cross-handed grip. I want to try and give you guys 2 options because there's not just one way to golf. There's many different ways to golf, and those are 2 different grips that you guys can try, okay? So stay tuned next week. I'm going to be doing another video on putting, and we're going to be doing drills on just to help with all the things that we have just went through today. We're going to do some kind of pace drills to make sure that that ball is within 2 feet of the circle or 3 feet, and a bunch of other drills. So my name is Carmen Jones, and I just want to thank the Indigenous Sport and Wellness Ontario. Thank you so much for partnering, and it's because of these guys that I'm able to bring these videos to you. All right, so I'll see you next week.